आता था उस लाइफ को, हम मिस कर रहे हैं।
अब वो आप लाइफ के मजे अभी भी ले लीजिए, आप अपना ग्रुप बनाइए स्टूडेंट्स का, जिनके साथ में आप अपनी पढ़ाई कर सकें, यू विल बी एबल टू डू योर accomplish your objective much faster if you make
इसमें
small groups, WhatsApp groups according to your own interests, कि आपको ये एरिया पढ़ना है, वो पढ़ना है, आप ग्रुप बना लीजिए अपने, एंड आई एम श्योर यू विल बी एबल टू वर्क faster and better. So there are a couple of sentences getting back to what we were discussing. In these sentences, when you say this 38th one or this one, is there anything that you can identify here which may not be correct? Which says in no country criminal justice is administered. This statement begins with a negative association, in no country. When you start a statement with a negative association, commonly the verb should come first. Something like when I say, uh, never have I, uh, never have I met him earlier. When you make a statement like this, so you have started with a never, but after never I have a verb. Please note. So you will not say that never I have met him earlier. अगर यहाँ से यहाँ I नहीं आएगा, please, because it's negative. I think the same rule applies over here because the sentence begins with a negative connotation, no. So in no country, what do you think should come after no over here now? Where is the verb over here? Before administered, Varun, we have is also. So it's good to start like this, that in no country is criminal justice administered with more mildness than in the United States. So it has to be an is over here immediately after the reference of no. In no country is, like this. Similarly, even with scarcely, it is like that only. Scarcely had we finished our work when we got a call. Scarcely had I finished my work when. So आप scarcely के बाद, if you take a word like scarcely, I can't start with scarcely I had finished my work. This is a wrong construction because scarcely also has got a negative connotation, just like never. So you should put had after it. Scarcely had I done something, something like this. All right. So if you see now here, so these are some extra examples over and above the 40th one that we are discussing. Then the 39th one says the president is arriving at the capital this evening. So if you're very certain that it is arriving, it's a planned event. So this continuous tense may not be correct. Which tense are we supposed to use here? The president arrives at the state capital. Simple present tense for a planned action. For a future planned action, you use the simple present tense and not future continuous tense. In standard English, it may not be correct. And the 38th one, which is the longest sentence, this sentence is, if you read it, it says Jean Luc Gott et al. This basically refers to an organization. So it is the name of an organization and all the other people associated with it. So he says they use seismological data and finite element mechanical modeling to show that surface topography of a volcano may be controlled by the topography of the oceanic crust beneath an island. Which was heavily deformed under the load of the volcano. So actually there is a meaning error in this sentence. If these people, that is this company, whatever this is, Jean Luc Gott, if they use seismological data is what? Data that is related to earthquakes. So if they use seismological data and finite element modeling to show something, and what is that? To show that surface topography of volcano should have been what? Maybe controlled. That means there is a possibility. If they are showing something, then it is that Actually, it is possible. So the usage of this model over here is, don't think it is correct. Should have been a may over here. Not may, can. There should have been a can over here. ये can है. 39 statement correct दी हुई है, but I thought इसमें वो आना चाहिए. Correct है, but I would say second level of correctness है. If you put arrives over here, it is better. 39th statement, ये this part. हाँ, but for a planned action, you can use arrives. Please note, we've discussed this many times earlier as well. Okay, now what can we discuss now? We can probably, how much can we do on adverbs, adjectives? Your next session, which is on adjectives and adverbs, start करें या फिर नहीं करें? कुछ additional ज़्यादा तो हो नहीं सकता, just about 10 odd minutes that I have with me.
नहीं हो पाएगा.
No, of course I can't do everything, but I can do something at least. I can do something at least. That's what I'm wondering. So students, there is a long list of chapters that I wish to tell you that you need to catch up reading on those chapters. If you see this book, this is the book that I've been telling you. And is there anybody over here who's finished reading this book? Yeah, this is the book. Can somebody please point it out? That who may have finished reading this book? Anybody? Yes, please. Is there anybody who has done at least 50% or 30% of this book, the grammar book? That is, please note down the chapters that I want you to read. And please see the first part of this book is theory, which is, and then after the initial chapters, there are practice exercises. Half of this book here, this is the theory part. And after that, begin your practice exercises. This is part B. Please see the part B of the book. That is practice exercise 1. I hope you can see that. Like that, there are a lot of exercises of different types over here. इसमें अगर आप देखें practice exercise 2 है, which is different type. Practice exercise 3 is different type. All different kinds of grammar based questions are there. तो जो हम पढ़ रहे हैं अभी, अगर क्लास में आपको अच्छे से समझ भी आ रहा है, तो उसको आप अप्लाई कहाँ कर रहे हैं? अगर अप्लाई नहीं कर रहे हैं तो आई कैन बेट ऑन इट कि ये आप जो भी सीख रहे हैं ना, ये सब इवेपोरेट हो जाएगा. दिस इज माय पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस. That though if it is well explained, you can understand the grammar, but to actually use it correctly, you need the right type of practice exercises which we have for you. So I would want students to certainly use these exercises. और इसमें क्या है आपके लिए? इसमें हाँ, please note down. हाँ हर्षिता, books for you. Haven't you checked your website? Time website has given a list of books. आपके student homepage पे list है. There is a book on for vocabulary. You can do a book. There are a lot of word lists given, but Word Power Made Easy by Norman Lewis is pretty interesting. You can read that book. You can read that book for vocabulary. It's pretty interesting. So you are reading, Varun is reading that book. Varun, you can share some insights with Harshita how that book is. Tell her how interesting and what is it that you liked in the book. You can share with everybody. And there are many other books, लेकिन आप एक बुक से स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं. There is a mnemonics dictionary online. If you want to do vocabulary in an interesting way, I was just telling students, mnemonic dictionary. A mnemonic dictionary, it's in an interesting way, it tells you how to do words. So please note down these chapters that I want you to read, that you should have read by now, because we have finished verbs and we have finished mostly verbs. So from section 1, Just a moment. I was trying to write down these chapters here for you. Yes, please note from section 1, that is part 1, section 1. You should have done these units. Unit all 7 units should have been read by now. Unit 1 to 7. All of them should have been read by now. Yeah, we have already covered all these areas. Then if you come to section 2, you should have done units, I would say unit number 1, 2, 5, and 8. These units. Then from section 3, all. Section 3, all units. And if you come to section 4, unit 1 and 2. So you can see that there is quite a rigorous reading that we all have to do in all these areas. A lot of units have been, according to me, a lot of units, a lot of important, in fact, verbs is the most important area in grammar. Usme time lag jata hai because you touch upon so many things like reported speech, voice, you touch upon the different tenses, you touch upon models. So you'll need to read all this. If you have any doubts in this area, please bring them out in your next class. एक चीज समझ में नहीं आई है. If it is brief, I will take it up in the class. All right. I don't wish to start anything right now. There's hardly any time. So we'll do it in our next class, the one on adjectives and adverbs. So is there anything else that you'd like to discuss? Yeah, I don't wish to take up a new subject to just now because for the reason that I won't be able to cover much out of it. So we can probably do something else. Yes, please.
मैम
हाँ.
मैम आपने आपकी जब सेकंड क्लास से तब आपने कहा था मैम पार्ट 1 में से सेक्शन 1 2 और 4 में से आपने बेसिक यूनिट्स बताए थे पढ़ने के लिए. सो मैम
See,
सेट 1 में से आप
I have given you a
सेक्शन 1 में
long
से मैं आपने 1 to 6 दिया था मैम.
so that would have been initially, na? So that is why I looked at it and I said you should have read everything by now. Because it has got 9 non-finites in the 7th unit in part 1. So non-finites is a part of verb. So that's why I said you should go through these units because they are very well designed. Isme there is something on phrasal verbs also at the end. There is something on phrasal verbs at the end. वो भी हमने नहीं किया है, so we'll do that. But you can't take this information suddenly in one go. So that is why your classes, I think, have been now ongoing, I think, for 2 months, I think. 2-3 months से आपकी classes हो रही हैं. तो मैंने स्टूडेंट्स को बताया था उस टाइम पर भी दैट जो भी हम करते हैं क्लास में यू गॉट टू रिवाइज इट. अब उसको रिवाइज दिस इज द हाउ यू डू इट. यू स्टडी समथिंग इन द क्लास, देन यू रिवाइज इट, एंड आफ्टर दैट आपको कोई डाउट है तो आप नेक्स्ट क्लास में पूछ सकते हैं उसको क्लास में. अगर कोई छोटा मोटा डाउट है, अगर अंडरस्टैंडिंग लॉन्ग है, ज्यादा टाइम लगेगा, तो क्योंकि फिर हम क्लास को डिले नहीं करेंगे तो आपका एक अलग से सेशन आप लगा सकते हैं. एंड प्लीज अलोंग विद दिस you're supposed to practice from the book. उसमें questions दिए हुए हैं, तो questions relate to different exercises. तो आप पेंसिल लेके उसमें अटेम्प्ट कीजिए. जो जो आपको लगता है कि explanation से आप whatever you can understand, it will reinforce the concept in your mind. Because please note, grammar based questions occur on exams. They may not occur directly on CAT, but indirect relevance is there, as somebody was asking me earlier in the class. There is an indirect relevance in other areas like paragraph based questions. तो सडनली हम स्टूडेंट को कैसे समझाएं? अब स्टूडेंट ने अगर कंजंक्शंस ठीक से नहीं पढ़े हैं if he doesn't know syntax, or he doesn't know what is a clause, and what are the different types of sentences, तो उसको फिर जब एक्सप्लेन करना पड़ता है क्लास में, then he has problems in understanding. उसको क्लॉज ही नहीं पता है, what is a clause, what is a main clause, what is a subordinate clause, मेन क्लॉजेस को कौन सी कंजंक्शंस ज्वाइन करती हैं, सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉजेस को कौन सी कंजंक्शंस ज्वाइन करती हैं, कंजंक्शंस के फंक्शन क्या होते हैं. अभी तो वी हैव नॉट डिस्कस कंजंक्शन, आई एम जस्ट टेलिंग यू दैट because we know what is there in those chapters and how it is applied finally, we can advise students कि आप ऐसे 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 पढ़ो तो आपको benefit मिलेगा. So I would want students definitely to read up these chapters, initial chapters, types of sentences. अभी स्टूडेंट बोलेंगे हम क्यों पढ़ें, ये कंपाउंड सेंटेंस क्या होती है, कॉम्प्लेक्स क्या होती है. वो आपको इसलिए पढ़नी चाहिए बिकॉज इट टेल्स यू अबाउट सिंटैक्स. If you don't know about what is syntax in a sentence, then how are you going to apply this knowledge in summary based questions? Summary based question में जहां पे आपके पास में 4 ऑप्शन होंगे, आपको लगेंगे एक जैसे ही हैं. वो एक जैसे है नहीं. वो क्यों नहीं है एक जैसे? वो जो आपको अंडरस्टैंडिंग लेनी, वो कहाँ से आएगी? वो सिंटैक्स से आएगी. जब आपको पता चलेगा दिस इज मेन क्लॉज, एक कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंस ऐसे बनती है, उसके लिए आपको ये पता होना चाहिए कि वर्ब्स कैसे हैं. नहीं तो आप क्लॉज कैसे निकालेंगे सेंटेंस में से. सो देयरफॉर एवरी लिटिल इंफॉर्मेशन, जैसे किसी भी लैंग्वेज को सीखने के लिए, इंग्लिश को सीखने के लिए उसके लेटर्स जानने जरूरी हैं, लेटर्स के बाद में वर्ड्स जानने जरूरी हैं, वर्ड्स के बाद एडवांस वर्ड्स, और उसके बाद उन वर्ड्स को कंबाइन कैसे करें. इन द सेम वे grammar has got different elements to it, but we are not going to jump into an ocean and just do everything and not knowing where to go. ये जो बुक आपके लिए बनाई है, दिस इज बेस्ड ऑन अ कॉम्पिटेटिव एग्जाम पैटर्न. तो आप इसी को पहले पढ़िए, एंड आई हैव गिवन दैट लिंक टू यू एडिशनल पढ़ाई के लिए, कि आपको कुछ समझ में नहीं आता है, कुछ और पढ़ना है डिटेल्ड वे में, कुछ सेंटेंसेस देखने, तो उस साइट पे बहुत अच्छे सेंटेंसेस दिए हुए हैं, बहुत अच्छा एक्सप्लेनेशन दिया हुआ है, तो आपको इंग्लिश में बहुत बेनिफिट मिलेगा. बट देन इट हैज टू बी अ कंसर्टेड अप्रोच. हाँ, सो मेक अ प्लान प्लीज. आप इसको कीजिए बिकॉज ये काम लास्ट मोमेंट पे नहीं होता है. You have to build on your foundation and practice your questions. फाउंडेशन को स्ट्रॉन्ग करने के लिए इसको पढ़ना जरूरी है, इस बुक को, और समझना
Yes,
जरूरी है. डोंट इग्नोर इट प्लीज. ऑल राइट, सो आई एम गोइंग टू वाइंड अप हियर. हु वाज सेइंग समथिंग इन द नेक्स्ट सेशन? वरुण, we'll be doing we'll be doing adjectives and adverbs. Okay. We'll be doing adjectives and adverbs. Okay. Yes, you need to note this. Everybody needs to note this. Otherwise, फिर आपका 2 classes का backlog है for some reason. Nevertheless. Okay, have a good day ahead, all of you. All right. See you in our next class. Right.
Okay, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
मैम नमस्कार मैम.
हाँ, नमस्कार.